I speak in the plurals, as we all do at Lucid Private Office. Hey, this next grip brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College. The college.
Whoa, what
over 100 because of Wyoming Catholic core programs.
Core expeditions.
Yeah.
You bet. He was too
Core
excited.
expedition.
He was too. Yeah, that's right. It's got to be singular.
Wait, you pluraled the thing that's not plural?
Yeah.
And you never pluraled the thing that is?
Wyoming Catholic colleges.
It's a form of dyslexia, I think.
The Beatitudes! That's what we're listening to, guys. Hey, guys, welcome to the Beatitudes, a movement for Christian men walking arm in arm on their way, hopefully, to the good side of eternity with our Lord and Savior and all the angels and saints in heaven. Right, guys?
Amen.
I appreciate that clarity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places you can play into that eternity. My kids the other day, got to tell you this before I introduce myself, my wife overheard the kids talking about how when you go to Burger Toy, how you get shot at and all these different things happen, but there's a place to get out of Burger Toy. And she was eyes wide open like, these two kids are enthralled with Burger Toy. What is Burger Toy?
Oh, is it purgatory?
It was purgatory, but they were convinced that Burger Toy, you could spend a very, very long time there and things could happen to you.
It sounds like a place where you could spend a really long time.
You live in Coppell.
That's true. Where everybody has a shot at Burger Toy. I don't know.
Nobody's getting shot, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, my name's Jeff Scheffelbein. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Beatitudes, here with Nicholas Besner.
That's me.
And Paul Kolker.
I am not Nick.
And we have an incredible guest today, don't we?
Yes.
Between the Nick and Paul slides in the Joe Dunikoski.
Ooh.
Dunikoski?
Yeah.
Kowski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it's a long story because there's different members of my family who say Dunikoski and different members of my family say Dunikowski.
Different factions of your family? Is that how we would do?
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Do
So
you
it's
guys
like I have no idea what the real pronunciation is.
Do you sit on different sides of the table at the family reunion and
different rooms, actually.
Oh, wow.
But-
Okay.
You're a Dunikoski.
Koski, yeah.
Yeah, no, I am too. I mean, when I go do family stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, this is no joke. Joe, your name has been on a list of potential guests. We were waiting until the younger audience kind of latched onto the Beatitudes because we knew that we would be bringing in a youngster when we got you on here.
Yeah.
You are young, but tonight you saved the day. You saved the night. We're recording this in the evening. You saved the evening.
You saved
There
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a guest, won't even tell you who, had to leave.
He's coming back later.
Not feeling very good. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back on.
And right now, it's kind of a sparse office. It seems to be some sort of a bank holiday and an inauguration day and a lot of things going on, a celebration of MLK. All things are good.
As of time of recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I passed you in the hall, and then I actually tried to chase you down with a pot of coffee to entice you to come back here. And all it took was a phone call. And here you are as the pinch-hitting guest.
Glad to be here.
PHG Joe Dunikoski is what they say here. He.
Add that to my signature.
Hey, you're wearing a Notre Dame shirt. What else is going on today?
Go Irish. National championship. We're about to win our first one since 1981 or something.
When you went to the University of Dallas, they said you just got to adopt Notre Dame. How's this connection for you?
Exactly.
You went to UD.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
So I graduated UD.
I told you
in
he was
May.
smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was he going to do? Pushing?
So my dad went to law school there, and I was a toddler growing up there. So my first memories are actually of the Golden Dome.
Dude, you deserve to wear that shirt and say
Go
we.
Irish.
Yeah,
I
go
wore
Irish.
I wore my Notre
There
Dame
you go.
shirt.
Napa Institute.
It's got Mary right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm actually a graduate of Notre Dame preschool. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
They start them early.
The roots.
exactly
are
the
deep.
roots. Yeah.
Wow.
Is your undershirt a Notre Dame shirt? There's yellow
It is.
underneath
It
there.
is.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
My
Like a
shoes are
Beatitudes
actually.
shirt.
My shoes are.
I was going to say you're double dipping, but you're triple dipping.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is your full-time job, we'll get into this, is a special land they have called lucidprivateoffice.com.
exactly.
Lucid Private Office.
Offices.
It definitely has the S.
I want them to go to the
Definitely has
right.
it.
I want them to go to the right
That's
website.
some.
Offices where all your dreams can come true for business.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
But you are not. He's wearing a Lucid Private Office shirt.
That's awesome.
Jacket. We all own that same jacket, don't we?
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. But we're rocking it. We got hats in here and cups on the table.
Coffee mugs.
Yeah.
Place.
So,
It's a good logo.
yeah. Did you design it?
No. I actually had no input in the. I found out when we changed our website that we were changing our name.
So here's what's funny. You're like 10, 11, 12 years old by this point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How old are you?
I was actually, I'm 23.
Okay. Yeah. You're 23. You've been out of college for roughly a year and a half.
Almost
6
a year.
months.
6 months. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like not a year. I know. It's
crazy.
I'm going to do that math. And you can tell us that you've been working for this legit big company for a long time. When did you start?
5.5 years ago. So
What?
yeah. I started, I think 2018 with Flip's brother, Taylor. He used to run our sales, and you guys know Mike Van Vickle?
I know of him.
So there's this guy, Mike, they call him Twink. But I was walking out of Mass one day, so it's very providential. He stops me and he's like, "Are you good with computers?" Slide.
Do you see how young I am?
Yeah, I'm like, I know how
Do
to
you
work
see
one.
wrinkles on his face?
No winkles on this twinkle.
Oh. That's what you should have said.
Sorry.
Wrinkles.
But so I go and he's like, "I might have an internship for you." I was like, "All right." But then I was going to teach English in Spain for that summer. So I was like, "Well, I'm going to be out of town." He's like, "Well, I still might have an internship for you." So while I'm in Spain, he texts me a name. "You're meeting Taylor at our Cole location." But he didn't know. He just texted me the address in the 3rd floor. And then he ghosted me. But I was like, I had no...
I'm in Spain, dude.
Well, so I come back and a month later, I text him, I'm like, "Is this still an opportunity, do you think?" And he ghosted me. But I had nothing else going on. So I showed up that day.
Yeah.
That time, asked to meet with Taylor, and then he asked me a few questions. We started training like that day. And so I actually had to
Amazing.
ask what the name of the company was and what we did after he started training me, which
This
is
is
hilarious.
awesome. What is this company?
yeah.
What do we
So-
do?
What are we doing
exactly.
here? What are we doing here, boss?
Are we on the good guy side or the bad guy side?
Exactly. So, and we were starting with another coworker of mine started on the same day, and she obviously knew everything. And so I was just like this absolute moron, 17-year-old.
So, do you know what you signed up for?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like she's like, I thought this was a real job, and then this
Yeah.
other guy sits down and he says, "What would you say we do?"
You took it right on. No, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I started doing just data stuff for sales, and then I've transitioned into marketing. So now
This is your
I,
first time. You work on this floor with us. You are a 5'11" fellow. You're here. This is your first time inside of our studio. Like literally,
Yeah.
you've never. What do they call it? Like when you go across the threshold, you've never,
And yeah,
broken the seal of the BeatiDudes threshold.
not at all. Yeah. This
No,
is.
has anybody ever said that?
I don't know if that's the saying, but it is a saying. Now.
You just said it.
It's become a saying.
Do you-
This is my first time breaking the seal of the Beatitudes.
Perfect. And do you know that your boss? Do you report directly to Flip? You don't even know.
I don't know.
You have
Yeah.
no
I
idea
think
what we
yes,
do here.
yes.
Even after 5.5 years, nobody knows.
I report directly to our director of marketing.
Okay.
That makes
but
sense.
I have
You interface
yeah.
with Flip a lot.
Yes,
I
yeah.
see this.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Joe, get over here. Do you know that you're somewhere on the totem pole boss?
Totem pole.
Yes, is Flip Howard, and he's
You combine totem and podium. Totem pole.
You bet.
the totem pole is the thing that's holding up the podium pole,
Oh, okay.
which is actually called a lectern. If you want to get really you know.
in church.
Yeah. So he's on the eagle's face. He will raise you up like eagle's face. Have you seen right behind you? Like literally, look, that's a picture of him.
He's
Yeah.
been watching you this
Pretty
whole
amazing,
time.
huh?
He's flying right over your shoulder
kinda
slowly
scary.
with his talons out. Joe, represent Lucid Private Offices, well.com.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or I run our Google ads, and so you're spending too much money. You're spending too much money. It's just what I'm hearing these entire thing.
Can you spend some of that money on the Beatitudes?
Yeah, not our money. It's just
Don't
Just for
ask.
fun.
What do you mean, Jeff?
I mean, yeah, they are a sponsor. I just didn't know if you could juice it up a little. Maybe as the secret sauce.
Double down on the sponsorship.
there you go.
That's how they
There
like
you
to see
go.
their hat worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the earmuffs.
The best. Yeah, it's the best.
Headphones.
Is he cold?
Well, he might be. Yeah, that's fair.
not.
That's a cold time of year.
He's got on the earmuffs. That was Not on purpose. You're fuffs.
Jeff.
Okay, I
goodness.
literally want to know what it is you do all day.
It's a great question. I get asked that question a lot.
Algorithms.
Algorithms, except it changes like
That's-
every few months.
Okay.
So
But like digital marketing.
yeah, digital marketing. So like Google Ads.
Yeah.
I write ads and try and come up with
Iterate,
smarter,
A/B test.
smarter strategies of how we get people online. So it's actually, I wish we could have, we call it the Jeff effect internally.
Go on.
It's the Jeff effect where you have someone bringing in people all the time to fill up your spaces.
The Jeff effect.
If we could have a Jeff effect at every location, that would be my dream.
Put
It
this
would
call
actually-
out there, right?
Yeah.
If you're
I'm
in a
with you.
city with a
Yeah.
Lucid Private Office, like you could be that guy.
Yeah,
And if you want me
absolutely.
to train you for a small
Yeah.
fee that goes back to the Beatitudes,
Yeah, he won't even tell you what he's training you for.
or how much the fee is
Yeah.
But you'll have an insane ROI, guaranteed.
Yep.
digitally.
Guaranteed.
But basically, if we had Jeffs in every location, I wouldn't have a job, and Lucid would be killing it because we wouldn't have to spend any money on digital marketing. So, yeah, if we could replicate you, I could be fired. It'd
You
be great.
can't just come in here and set him up like that. You gotta the ego. I've worked with Jeff long enough. You just call it the Nick effect. Just like anything
the Beatitudes
else.
effect.
There we
I
go.
don't,
Yeah,
even say
Beatitudes effect.
I don't even say his name in regular vernacular. I tell people I'll be there in the Jeff of time
It's not good.
That's horrible.
instead of the
It's-
Nick of time.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
It's bad. It really, it happens.
Wait, have you actually said that before?
Like 48 hours ago.
Oh god.
Like not even like I can remember it. Like it was like, oh, it was like sometime, like very recently.
It was to the start of our meeting, and I said I'll be there just in the Jeff of time.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's the Nickinition of cleverity.
Nice.
Can't do it.
Nice.
Joe, you know class when you see it. So just thanks for all you're doing in the world with what you've just shared with us.
Okay, get over yourself.
All right.
That was pretty awesome. No, I didn't see that coming. Thank you. You want to hear a fun story about meeting your dad?
Yeah, please.
We were connected on this thing called LinkedIn. It's a platform for mostly business conversations and content creators. And so it's mostly one content creator. I literally am walking into the restroom at Lucid Private Office, 5th floor, Las Colinas location, offices. And I was just going to say,
You read my mind.
There we go. There we
Did
go.
you see me
That was
looking at
good.
you with that
That was
correction?
when you get all plural minded, I can just feel this tension.
Don't be get out of the singularity.
So when us's were here, I went to the offices. I went to the private bathrooms here, and I walk in,
The opaque public bathrooms.
and this guy's washing his hands. And like he's looking in the mirror, but I walk by and I look at him looking in the mirror, so we see each other through the mirror, not direct eye contact. And I walk around the corner, and I'm like thinking to myself, and all these LinkedIn images flash to my head, and I go, "That's Rob Dunikoski." Hey, Rob. And he's like, "Hey, Jeff." I said, "It's good to finally meet you. It's good to meet you too." And like, because of Lucid Private, I was like, "You need to start coming up here more often." And that's how I got to know you, was through your wonderful father, Rob, in the restroom. I don't know why I'm sharing this restroom story.
There we go. I was
There we
waiting
go.
for it. Yeah.
Well, it's like the special. I think what I'm getting to is the specialness of a Lucid Private Office.
Yeah.
So
That's
somebody that you might have a respect for and admiration for, you may just make eye contact through a mirror.
I would take it a different direction.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah,
It's fine.
So let's take it back to
Do
you
a
with
different
marketing.
direction, yes.
No, with marketing. How did Jeff do on marketing Lucid Private Offices by talking about
the
meeting
bathroom.
somebody in a bathroom?
Scale, 0
Zero to 1
to 5.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Kevin Fitzpatrick here. I have a course called Major Gift Millions that teaches nonprofit fundraisers how to raise more money from their top donors. Normally, it's $1,500, but if you click the link below and use the coupon code BeatiDudes at checkout, you can get enrolled for free today.
We care about presenting our product as what it actually is, and especially at Las Colinas, you definitely will meet people in the bathroom. So
It's true.
It's like part of the product.
what I'm
It's like,
talking
Hey, guys, I'm
I
gonna
guess
sneak
it is
away-
a good thing.
I'm going to sneak away in the middle of something here. Like, I might be back in 30 minutes because I'm going to run into 4 people.
Yeah.
Just on the way to the coffee.
Hallway,
What I'm picking up on too is Joe knew that was a spot where he could have been funny, but he has, through the channels of his employment, been made very clear, like, just make Jeff look good in these moments, which is not unlike what's happening with our company up here. We have 7 core values, and it used to be lead with faith. Then it goes into all these other ones. Now it changed to the first core value is lead with faith and keep Flip happy. We love working with Flip. This is an awesome place. Like,
It's a great place, yeah.
let's keep him healthy. Let's keep him happy. Let's keep him
holy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs our help, but okay. We will not make him unholy. We will keep bringing up men of great faith. Are you a man of great faith?
I try to be, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. You're smart. You're like reading Thomas More, debating philosophical components of the faith and going deep, right?
I think I was probably on Jeff's bad side a few months ago because he brought, who's the Australian?
I did bring Jonathan Doyle by, and they went deep fast.
Yeah,
and
it was like, Jeff was like, we need to go. And you actually left with his wife, and Jonathan stayed. And we were talking about books for like, it was awesome.
Wait, what was the topic, or like what was the subject that took y'all down the rabbit hole?
Books. He asked what my favorite book on my shelf was. I said Evelyn Waugh, Brideshead Revisited. Which is a really beautiful story about.
You know what I said? I said, "What?" And I walked off.
I said, "What? We didn't read that at A&M."
Keep going though. So then he said, "Crikey!"
Exactly.
You just asked him and then answered. So then what did he say? He said, "Crikey!" Yeah.
Yeah, Nick.
Called out.
It's okay. What did he say next?
No, yeah. So we just talked about the Eucharist and like the redemptive power of the Eucharist for the next hour, and so books. Just a lot of books.
Small talk.
Exactly. It was really funny though because I was like, Jeff is totally pissed off right now.
Wait, jump into that.
I did my job.
Hey, wait, jump in. You talked about that for an hour. Let's talk about it for like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what were you arguing or not arguing, but like, what were your points on that redemptive power of the Eucharist?
Yeah, haven't you guys read Brideshead Revisited?
Nope. No,
I have not.
So it's a.
I'm not even sure what words you're saying before the word visited.
Brideshead. Yeah, it's one of my favorite books. Probably my favorite book. And it's just all about how it's really cool. This guy with essentially zero faith goes into he was in World War I. He returns to this place of his childhood friend, and it used to be a Catholic, owned by a Catholic family. So there's a chapel there, really beautiful chapel. And just from the act of going back to the chapel and just like walking through at the beginning, but then pausing and looking at the paintings and then actually understanding what these stained glass windows are.
Yeah.
He grew in his faith so much, and the last image of the book, it's a really beautiful one, is this snowball that starts at the top of a mountain and then causes effectively an avalanche and just turns into this massive, massive snowball. And then all of a sudden he's standing there and is hit by this avalanche, and it's like Christ's mercy. Just from the fact of being in the place. So that's why it's called Brideshead, which is the place revisited. So that's like a super brief summary. I think it's it's pretty impressive. It just shows like to tie it into where we are today. Lucid, it's this where you are matters.
Yes, it is. It does.
And how you surround yourself matters. And like Brideshead is perfect.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody always talks about, right? It's like you're the average of your 5 best friends, right? But it's also like your environment, your surroundings. I've heard Flip say like you don't just like go buy a Tahiti off of a Motel 6 on the side of 114, right? Like you go to the Caribbean, or you where you're at influences and affects your experience of that place.
Well, and to go into the Jeff effect, and I don't mean this to be funny at all, I wasn't mad at all because I was doing exactly what I do all the time. It's like flyby connections, flyby questions. You guys should know each other. Let's pray here. Let's do this. And because of that, I'm able to press eject and be a multiplier while that conversation goes deep. And you get to know that Jonathan Doyle is the real deal as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, he really is.
He's incredible.
Man, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
You brought a little bit of this flavor into your time at UD. What is the thing you got off the ground, and what does it even mean, Forum 56?
Forum 56, yeah. So it's, start off the name, the Roman industry. The Roman Forum was the birthplace of industry. It's where people brought their goods, they made connections, they met people, They prayed together. It's where it's kind of birthplace of civilization started. University of Dallas, where I graduated this past May, started in 1956. And in fact, what Forum 56 is, we're just a professional development organization focused on developing the liberal arts and helping liberal arts students be put in places when they graduate where they don't have to play professional catch-up, can actually start making impact very quickly on. It's really remarkable when you look at the percentage of Fortune 500 CEOs who have a liberal arts background. 30% of them have a liberal arts background. Every year, 4% of degrees awarded from four-year universities are liberal arts degrees. And then when you dive a little bit deeper into
almost
that,
like a 10x multiplier in terms of like outcome, and
it's crazy.
But you got to build up the other parts around that person,
correct?
Yeah,
to give them that
exactly.
pathway.
And I believe it's because we know how to read, we know how to write, we know how to think, sort of, and then you have this special thing called wisdom sprinkled in there. Comes from reading these great books.
Yeah.
The problem is, like not everybody can access these sorts of places. But if you have more people with liberal arts background at the top, it'll trickle down, right? This effectiveness and learning how to think critically about business situations, and you can change the world. The problem is, right now, liberal arts majors or people studying the liberal arts face like a 6-month to 2-year catch-up game, frankly, where you are looking for a job, but it's impossible to get a job because all the entry-level jobs need like 2 years of experience in some field. And
you want to be in marketing, but you haven't studied anything about marketing.
Exactly.
How can you add value from day one? Yeah.
Exactly. And so what we're trying to do is basically own the fact that you're a liberal arts major, but don't forget about the hard skills too.
Yeah.
And so our thesis is super simple. We take people who should know each other and should meet each other and could be really like incredible friends, frankly. Put them in a room, give them something interesting to talk about, and then maybe give them a drink if they want, and see what happens. It's been an incredible ride. Flip has been really instrumental in helping us, and as an incredible role model in building these things. But Forum 56 we started only 9 months ago, actually.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. But it was sort of like this podcast where it's like Ashton Ellis is the vice president of development at UD now, and I knew of him before he started at UD. And Forum 56 we had gotten a lot of momentum, kind of slowed down, and we were like, okay, well, I'll pass off the idea to someone who can start it next year. Ashton Ellis got hired. He texted me, and then we basically planned this thing and started it in 10 days. So it's just like at the drop of this hat.
Well, and for people that listen to this, I mean, you found a way to start involving the business community and some of the leaders in and around DFW. Yeah. And then that creates a bridge. It makes the liberal arts soon-to-be graduates understand how to be more relatable, have connections that are real, that they know somebody from something. You know, I guest lecture for John Kaiser's class every semester now. And when we were just in Salt Lake City, 3 young college-age women at the Dallas meetup, they were like, hey, you guest lecture for our deal. But they were able to come up and have a reason to talk to me. I wasn't just some dude walking by getting trash can nachos. I was a dude that knew business ethics, getting trash can nachos.
Were you eating
so much better than just some dude?
And I didn't even get to eat them. I was too busy yapping.
It's an incredible thing to be able to connect these sorts of people, and actually, it really is build real friendships, because who knows what sorts of businesses will come from Forum 56 events. But to your point, we do want to export this out of just UD and go into other value-aligned liberal arts universities.
I know that what you're saying there is about careers and stuff, but I think the more that people get to interact with the adult world and see real-world stuff, the more likely they are to have a shot at normal dating relationships and creating post-college friendships that are real. Like it's everything that's like the other education too comes out of creating those moments. So you're doing a lot for those folks.
Yeah, I mean, go interview. Maybe you get the job. Maybe you don't. Kind of like a first date.
Yep.
Maybe you get the second date. Maybe you don't. We talked about this recently with Logan. Yeah.
Well, and I've called, and I think other people have too, but called Jeff a corporate matchmaker in the sense that he tends to like find people and say, hey, y'all should know each other. And then something comes from that. Right. And so it sounds like you're basically doing a corporate speed dating in that way. Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like put two people in the same room, let them talk and see what the connection is. And,
Exactly.
Yeah, see where that can go in a business sense.
Yeah, and in a business sense, and also in the faith sense too.
And a deeper level.
Yeah,
yeah.
And to try and Rob Hayes gave an incredible talk. You were there, I think. And
I was.
I was not.
I represented the dudes.
there you go.
Yeah, trash can nachos.
And what he was talking a lot about is just how your faith actually affects your work, and how if you have a deep faith, you will work more excellently out of love of God.
Yeah.
And trying to distill these ideas, and it's super. So John Carter said we're organizing a series right now as an introduction to investment finance, because of Y'all Street coming down to Dallas. He's talking, and the way he's describing it right now is he's able to actually talk to these finance professionals about what their faith is and about how they, maybe not even faith, but talking about these themes of what does it mean to be doing good through your business and through investment finance, which is, it's a little bit of a, how do you do that well? And so it's been a really remarkable ride, and the reception of, in the Dallas community, especially among the professional community, has been really, been a real opening of the heart, I think, to just see how excited people are about these sorts of initiatives, and as supportive, and frankly, love, which is it's
cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the website for that one, just so I can plan it out there?
Forum56.org.
.org. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a starter. I know when we do our bonus show with you, we're going to be talking about things that you start. You can't help it. It's just in your DNA. But what's in our DNA is combining humor and holiness with a little
games
game.
called Blessed Are the Joke Makers, for they shall inherit 103 points.
Keep going up.
Love this.
Oh,
And the way this is going to work is we've got a Catholic card game card and a character card, and we have to answer the Catholic card game prompt as this character. Okay. And you just get to decide which one you enjoyed the most and award the points. All the points. Sweet. All right, so the character we have to become is as someone who overshares personal info, so TMI. Hi, I'm blank, and this is blank.
Hi, I'm Nick, and this is Jeff, and also this is everybody else that he's brought into Lucid. It's Flip and Rob and John and Kelly and Anon and then we've got the other John, and then Cody, and then Cody's wife Jen, and he works with Peter, and then Peter, he's got like 5 people on his team, so just like too much.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is my can of trash can nachos. I'm just here on campus for no reason other than to get into random conversations with people, because who knows what could come from it. Also, would you like to try some nachos?
Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to the men's room. Listen, I know some of you may be wrapping up whatever you were working on in here, but before you leave, I actually have some stuff planned for us here, but I'm going to wait to make all my announcements until we get another 56 people in here for Forum 56 is what I'm going to call it here in the restroom.
Well, that is uncomfortable.
I was thinking 4 people, but
yeah, no, 56 in this
56 would be, yeah.
It's actually every person I know on these 2 floors.
All right, everybody. Standing room only.
Those Philadelphia 56ers.
Don't think I haven't said the first part, which is welcome to the men's room.
Yeah.
Restrooms. There's multiple. What you got to give away 103 points.
103 points.
Yeah. This isn't hard.
I don't know.
I agree.
So like, your delivery is good. The delivery is good, but the content, I don't know. I think Paul's content might be a little bit better.
I wasn't even in the discussion.
Which is good.
I worked in Forum 56. That's the most pandering moment ever. Paul, good job.
Thank you.
On being me.
I even started that train.
Thanks for launching me.
Hey, you don't even have to
3 points. 3 points, 100 points.
I'll let you do that. That's fine. I just need Paul to have 3 less points.
Who's in the lead?
The tiny table actually does fold up, so you don't have to flip it. You can just fold it up if you get mad.
Oh, that's true.
For being our celebrity guest judge, you're going to get a pair of St. Francis of Assisi socks that you can wear to your next event. I think who's the next speaker at Forum 56?
You.
Yeah, jerk. Yeah. Okay, here.
There you go. Thank you.
Wow.
I just put that together.
The gloves come off.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jeff, you cannot buy points. This is not Wheel of Fortune. There's no vows for sale.
Listen, if you want your own socks, go to the internet. Put in sockreligious.com/BeatiDudes, 10% off. But also, like 5 stars, subscribe, share, and donate.
No, do we even have?
Are you guys
We take money.
nonprofit?
We have a bank account.
Donate to our bank account. Yeah, it's not a tax write-off.
And we'll insert commercials. Nick, when it comes to investing, I just feel like money and morality don't always line up. What's the answer?
Often that's the case, but our friends at Aquinas Wealth Advisors have a really great solution. It's called the Faith and Finance Score. You go on their website and you put in your info. They tell you where you're invested and where it doesn't actually line up with where you want to be.
So you mean I don't just have to funnel money towards a retirement fund where I don't know what it's investing in?
That's right, you don't. And you don't even have to give up or sacrifice returns. You can get both.
So just get on the computer. And I type in the website.
AquinasWealth.com. It takes longer to type than it does to get your faith and finance score.
Thanks, guys. Great job, Nick.
You betcha.
Dude, you're on fire today.
Well, speaking of that, have you guys ever worn a custom-tailored suit?
Yes.
What?
No, trust me, the segue will make sense because On Fire Media will make a custom-tailored website for you.
Nice.
So On Fire Media is all about marketing for mission-driven groups, purpose-driven companies. You guys know something about that,
for sure,
right? So what they do is they help you with your email marketing. They help you with Google Ads, with a custom website.
With your pay-per-click?
Yes, paperclips, I'm sure, probably.
No, pay-per-click.
Ah, yes, a term they know, so you don't have to. So they will help you with all of that. All you have to do is if you want to fret less and mission more, go to onfiremedia.com/BeatiDudes to schedule your discovery call today.
Can I get a discount?
Actually, yes. The first 10 people to sign up and become customers with their own custom website get a 10% discount.
onfiremedia.com/BeatiDudes. You know what I think is hard about starting a business? Healthcare, for crying out loud. It's expensive. It's intimidating. At the end of the day, you're probably paying for stuff you don't even agree with. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I knew you could. So what we did is we started working with Solidarity Health Share. Totally different. These folks are aligned with us morally and ethically. And even the structure from a cost perspective works for us as we're launching businesses, as we're growing our families. And I don't know if you know this, but a couple times my kids went to the hospital in the last 2 years.
They sure have.
Yours?
But Solidarity has walked with us through all of it, including some crazy stuff for Benny Pro, my little boy. So all of this to say, I would encourage anybody out there thinking about their own business, their own needs, check out Solidarity Health Share for a better alternative to regular healthcare. So check out learnmore.solidartyhealthshare.org/BeatiDudes.
Stop what you're doing and listen to the Beatitudes.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Joe Danikowski. On the precipice of a potentially historic night for Notre Dame Golden Domers. I'm going to be going over to the Cosm over in the Colony. It's like the IMAX screen.
Like no way,
really?
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
That's probably gonna be incredible.
My buddy is a Notre Dame grad, and he said the entire place sold out within 2 minutes of listing the tickets at like $400 each.
To sit there. That's awesome. You're going to have a blast.
It's going to be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
really
epic.
pumped.
That is
He's
super
already
cool.
been to 1 or 2 other games this year there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I like it better than live. Like,
That's
I
cool.
like it better than being in the stadium. So
That's crazy.
I'm pumped.
That
But
sounds awesome.
enough about my cool thing that's coming. I felt like Jeff.
It feels good, don't it? You've been playing me. You've been embracing me.
I mean, I gotta say, becoming you to win points was the best that could have gone.
Didn't we almost have it all?
Tonight, national championship game. Notre Dame is still 8.5 point underdogs.
Yeah, it's terrible.
What's going to happen? Give us a prediction. I like the defense. I like the running game. I don't think it's an 8.5 point game. I think it's way closer than that.
Yeah. Best 2 running backs in the nation. Jeremiah Love, awesome. Absolute beast, too. Just that touchdown against Penn.
That slow-mo. I watched the slow-mo of that again and again. And I'm like,
it's crazy.
8 guys didn't get him down.
So I think definitely defensive game tonight, but I'm going to go 20-23 Notre Dame.
All right, folks. If you get that right, you can take back all of Paul's points.
Wait.
There we go. Yeah.
If you get that right, Paul's points reset to 0. That's what happens.
Whoa! No, hold on.
And they all
just in time to finish out season 4.
And we get to spin the wheel between me and Jeff. Who gets them? We'll have to do this.
Exactly.
What?
No, I think if that happens, if you get that correct, we're gonna make a cake for you at Lucid Private Office. We'll have a private offices party. I can do the party. I can't do the offices.
In the men's room, right?
It's really
What
hard.
do you think? I only know 56 people. Where else would I do it?
All right, 23-20 Notre Dame. Any surprises? Any safeties, defensive touchdowns, anything off the wall?
A field goal 6.
What?
A kick 6.
A kick 6.
I guess I could have.
It does.
Yeah.
It happened with Michigan State.
That's
it
fair.
happened. Yeah.
That's fair. I just hadn't
Or
heard
no,
it
was
called
it
that. That's
Bama?
great.
It was the
Bama Auburn.
The
Yeah,
classic
something.
one is the
Yeah.
Auburn. Yeah.
Or how about a 2-point
Does.
conversion return for 2 points?
There you go. The hardest earned 2 points in the field. Jeremiah Love, 80-yard touchdown.
Ooh.
At least.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
going to be. He's,
are you?
he's the
are you
truth.
doing Exodus 90?
I am. Yeah.
Well, then I'll just bring you a sparkling soda with
There
a
we go.
kick.
Perfect. Perfect. With a kick. Why are you going to kick him, Jeff?
Wham!
He's a nice guest.
I'm like doing most of Exodus 90. I'm doing Exodus 85.
There you go.
85% of the next 90 days.
Rounds up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. As long as you're on that side of the average, you're good.
Yeah.
On the good side.
Are you guys doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did the
Heck yeah.
cold shower today
I
and all
basically
that.
treated it like a Wednesday or Friday today. I was like, oh, I didn't bring my lunch. Okay, I'll just fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm sticking with it this year.
Yeah.
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 You say
You're
that,
not
but
getting
hopefully
you're not getting upgraded this year.
No, yeah. Hopefully
Exactly.
you are not. That's what we're praying
We
for.
were a couple weeks into it when the bottom fell out.
Of the thing called Jeff's life.
Yeah. My
Seriously.
life did a pick 6.
A kick 6 in the stomach.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, I can't wait for that. Listen, so we're going to come back on Friday. We're going to have a bonus episode with you. You just sit here for right now. But
Till Friday.
guests.
Till Friday.
yeah, the guest. So, but we had a guest coming, and I had a reverse Simpsons ready for us. A little bit of an improv game, but I actually think all of us can play. Have you ever been to summer camp, Catholic camp, Pines camp? Like, where have you been for camp?
The only camp I went to is LCT, Leadership Camp Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
You went as a high school, college. What was it?
Middle school. I was there as
Middle
a
school.
camper.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like straight up. That's summer camp because as a middle school
Yeah.
kid, you're
Yeah,
like,
you're a
I get
camper.
to stay up late and
Yeah.
whatever. And as an old man, you're like, why are we still awake?
Yeah.
I've been to family camp at the Pines, but I was just imagining we're all going to. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So we're all going as our age. Like
Okay.
I'm a 46-year-old
Okay.
man. He's a 23-year-old pseudo man. He didn't give me the
Jeez.
points. I don't care. I have nothing to lose.
Okay.
Even gave Nick 3 points. It makes no sense. I freaking crushed it.
Middle-aged to old. All right.
Yeah. But whatever age you are, it's that you've somehow convinced your wife and your work that it's okay to go back and do 2 weeks of being a summer camp counselor
Oh, amazing.
at the Catholic camp. But you didn't pack your bags. One of your assistants at work packed your bags so that you could unwrap what you're going to be having in the cabin. And we're just going to be talking about the usefulness of these items.
Oh, perfect.
We were going to do this with the guy who leads camp. So this is a little bit of a weird one.
Okay.
I like
You
it.
following me so far?
I think so.
I'm going to give you a bag of what you brought to camp.
Yeah.
I don't even know all the stuff in
Sure.
there, But just like you would
common items, basically.
For camp. And so we just talk about why that's so important. And since you probably went to camp the most recently as a counselor, or as a camper, and I know you actually were a camp counselor.
I was, yeah.
I know you've been to some stuff in your
life.
Camps.
I've been to things. I've seen things, Jeff.
The whole adage here is we're just going to be basically getting ready, unpacking. Maybe we can just share a little bit here on what we brought. This is for 2 weeks of being a camp counselor.
Oh, wow.
So just, if you could, don't just yank it all out at once. You got to react to it as it comes out.
I definitely thought you had just like written words about things on a piece of paper.
Well, and at any point when you really got to figure out like how to tie it back into camp, we got some suggestions that somebody else wrote down here of lines, just like we did in our previous show.
Okay.
So we're welcome to, this is what they call Jeff Catholic Camp.
Awesome.
Yeah. Glad to have you all here. I'm a first-year camp director. I've never even been a counselor here before.
Yeah.
But they assigned this to me because I asked for it. And so I thought, I didn't even pack my own stuff if I could just borrow some of y'all's stuff for the next few weeks while we're here.
No, I can totally help you with that because right here.
Did your wife pack this?
Yeah. I've got some partially used organic blue agave syrup from Trader Joe's.
Well, you never know like if they're going to season the pancakes the right way. So,
right.
You need a little sweetener.
The interesting thing is this reminds me of being shipwrecked. How we're going to have to make that last for the next 2 weeks between all four of us. But thanks to, I have a Shayla pack
We can ration that.
Yeah. So that sounds sweet, you know.
It is. It's got 30 grams of added sugars.
Oh, good. Good.
It is good. All right, we're good. We got the blue agave.
I'm so excited to be a Jeffers son. That's what they call camper. Jeffers.
Jasons or Jeffersons.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Definitely.
And so I was so excited. In fact, I brought my steamer for my clothes because I would never want a crease in any of my camp clothes.
Well, you got to look as good as Jeff always tries to look.
I know we're not allowed to, make purple at camp, but I want to have.
What does that mean?
That's a thing they say at camps.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. And if y'all didn't get the memo, and Nick did get the memo, no creases in the khakis.
No khaki creases. That's what I've always said. So my mom made sure I got my steamer.
So glad your mom packed instead of your wife and kids for you to come to camp.
For sure, I'm going to camp. She's like, I'll be there.
What do you think? What do you think's gonna help you out here, Joe? What is it?
Made in the USA.
Then that's all you need.
That's all you need. Yeah, so I guess we can.
This camp is in the USA, so good. You know what they do with those, right?
That's like a railroad light or something.
I think it's like an insulator.
Yeah.
That they put. Well, in case we start building a railroad, you don't have to go looking for that part somewhere.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, is that for real?
When we start, or this is actually from a railroad?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
I don't know why everybody's struggling with the word railroad here.
It's a real thing from a railroad.
Yeah.
So when we go and build the railroad, which is tomorrow, right?
In crafts.
In crafts, in arts, crafts, and railroads.
Don't worry about the last mile. Joe's got the first 10 feet down.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that,
there you
Joe.
go.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, it feels like sweat labor, but thanks.
Well, and I just want to say that I can help with all of that construction because my grip strength is off the charts.
You brought the grip strength tester.
Yeah, so you know who can help and who can't.
That's right. We're going to test everybody, and then we're going to put one side over here and the other side over there. You say Dunikoski or you say Dunikowski?
Yeah.
Can you grip over 68? Are you below 68?
That's it.
Yeah, what were you just saying?
86.
I know somebody that's not going to be gripping too strong. It's Jesse's new baby who came with me on this ultrasound.
You decided to pack up a picture of your coworker's ultrasound.
That's exactly what I did.
Wow.
For the camp, so you could keep baby top of mind.
I thought I could just put it above my bunk and just remember how much.
Just as long as you don't start singing, I wish that I had Jesse's baby.
No, Jesse's girl. I mean, maybe.
Might be a boy.
It might be. That's fair. Might be a boy.
That's fair.
That's my song at camp. Song of the summer.
Joe likes to put up pictures on the wall when he gets to camp. Mm-hmm. Did you just pull out some pictures?
I did, yeah.
What do you got there for camp?
I took these just yesterday.
Yeah.
But for show and tell for the arts and for the talent show.
The first one's what we got some audio only.
We got some as soon as RFK becomes the
some band contraband. Yeah,
this is Cheerios without red dye 4 or 3.
Yeah, red dye 40 or 3. Yeah.
One of those.
No, I think both.
56.
So this is an exhibit. Exactly. And then
who's this picture that you have ready for the wall? Is that grandma?
This is yeah. This is my grandma, I think.
Hard to see.
That's
when she was working in the field.
Yeah.
The rice fields.
These pictures can they play. It's a game of A, how do you figure it out, and then B, how does it make you talented. So this person's that.
Perfect.
That's awesome, brother. Thanks for doing it. You know. Oh, did you? What do you got there, Paul?
Well, I didn't want to be shown up by these fantastic pictures, so I brought. It's a really large letter from home. I think. Oh wait, hold on. I had it upside down. It says, "Darling son." So my mom was so kind to write this for me. I don't know why she didn't use more of the paper. But it says, "Darling son, it's rather strange that you asked me for a note to take with you to camp, considering you're over the age of 30. But alas, I hope you have the best time. Dad and I will miss you, parentheses maybe, and we are sending our love. Heart, Mom."
Oh my goodness, you have such a loving mother.
Yeah, she used like a quarter of the paper, but
the thing I like about this is we have some blank space on the wall, and I didn't bring any pictures.
That's perfect.
So I can look at this note from your mom.
Yeah.
My mom, she forgot to write me a note, but she did give me just like a great setup of snacks here. So obviously almond butter, organic,
expired,
liquid IV.
Of course,
because I'm going to be sweating a lot here.
Yeah,
and then just some snacky snacks, apricots in an envelope. Why wouldn't you?
You know, this reminds me. I'm going to pull from the quote suggestions that we got. The lines. Your mom actually called me and she said, when he opens those apricots, he's going to start eating them immediately. And will you please just remember, you may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world can live as one. And I was like, Mrs. Besner.
Man, that is hitting me.
Yeah, like just, I don't know why
you wanted some of those airmail apricots.
Yeah, it's like she sent them with you so I could send them back to her. But you've eaten them all. Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, well, that's okay. She'll have to see this in the...
Well, Nick,
she knows 4 is my favorite number, so she just gave me 4
since you
of them.
feel so bad, I thought I'd share my calculator with you since you love...
Perfect.
You love to do accounting. And
I'm
going to draw a spreadsheet.
Perfect.
I might have trouble leaving the cabin with all the stuff that's in our cabin. Anything else y'all brought with you, like to help us?
For after your apricots?
Oh, you got mouthwash.
Mouthwash, just what I needed.
Yeah.
That's just practical.
But it does have to be rationed for 4 weeks, so it's going to be like, do we take a tiny or do we...
That's
is there any alcohol in it?
Oh yeah,
no, it's alcohol free.
Alcohol free, no burn.
Good for Exodus.
Yeah,
good for Exodus. Also good for Exodus. Someone Southwest drink coupon. So
that's for if you're flying on Sunday only.
Yeah. This expired in August of 2020. Seems like everything expired in 2020.
Too soon.
Some things were just getting going.
Fair. Yeah. Well, I took this job in 2020, and I remember when they called me, and I just said, "Look, I'm not sure about this job. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious."
You're a little stitious.
Just a little, though.
So, but I mean, it was 2020, so you go with it. Wolves are walking down the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm taking jobs at summer camps 4 years in the future for 2 weeks.
I just remember everybody updating their statuses on Facebook and LinkedIn and all of that, and they were all of them were saying, "If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer." Which turned out to be appropriate because it was 2 weeks, right? Was the original thing, and then it ended up we all had to wait longer.
Everybody was longer.
Everybody was waiting and waiting.
Yeah. Did you, Joe? You were young back then. When you were in high school and you were getting ready to have a pandemic, like, did you ever, get around with the guys and say, "Guys, just in case, I'm not great at advice, can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?"
All the time.
Yeah,
every day.
Could I help you?
Well, he told me what that sarcastic comment was. Did. It was, "I'm not offended by blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb, and I also know that I'm not blonde."
Joe,
yeah,
wisdom. You talked about that sprinkling of the wisdom. You had it before UD.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I know we've unpacked our bags. We got one piece left here, and Joe is our guest. Maybe you could leave the crowd with words of wisdom about what it's going to be like at camp this summer.
Of course. For the next 2 weeks, we'll be saying, "I'm sorry that good-looking people like us made you grow up and feel bad about yourself."
Throw up
and feel bad about yourself.
About that, but we do have mouthwash.
We do have mouthwash.
If you're throwing up a lot, we have hydration packs. If you get it on your khakis, we got a steamer.
We got it.
These beautiful images can distract you from throwing up.
And when somebody's throwing up, I tell them, "Get a grip. If it's above 68, you can stay.
77.9.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
that could be our gym time too.
All right, how was that for the weirdest finish ever? Unwrapped stuff.
It was different.
It happened.
We said we're going to do something different every time.
That is not Jesse's baby. That's okay. It's mine. I have one sonogram that I could find in all my pictures. I printed that for Katie, so I was like, "You got to throw in a sonogram." Is that an
picture. Announcement?
No.
I just thought
12 years old. That seemed like an announcement, though. Yeah, I can't help it. I might be having a baby at any moment.
It could happen anytime.
I want 56 of them. 56 of them.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. I speak in the plurals, as we all do at Lucid Private Office. Hey, this next grip brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College. The college.
Whoa, what
over 100 because of Wyoming Catholic core programs.
Core expeditions. Yeah. You bet. He was too excited. Expedition. He was too. Yeah, that's right. It's got to be singular.
Wait, you pluraled the thing that's not plural?
Yeah.
And you never pluraled the thing that is?
Wyoming Catholic colleges?
It's a form of dyslexia, I think.
It's a forum 56.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. We love you, Joe. When I said that Joe was going to pinch hit, I accidentally wrote punch hot, and that's what we're going to do on Friday. We're going to punch hot with our boy Joe Dunikoski. Thanks for being here. Lucid Private Offices. Go Irish.
Go Irish. Thank you guys for having me.
For the rest of you, we will
see you in the Eucharist. Gig 'em.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to join us at our undersized table, subscribe to the video version of the show on YouTube by typing @ that's the symbol @ so shift and 2 on your keyboard, @ the _ Beatitudes on YouTube. We'll see you there.